Welcome back to the Memphis Tech Pharaohs College Football 26 Team Builder Dynasty. We are in the bowl week, 1 of 4, and our Memphis Tech Pharaohs are taking on the Louisiana Ragin Cajuns, which are very familiar with our channel since that was our last NCAA 14 Dynasty that we played. Very ironic that that's who we're going to play in our first bowl game. Let's get in here. I want to take a look at them real quick. They are in the Sun Belt, so let's go down to Sun Belt. Take a look at them. They're 8-4 on the season, 5-3 in the conference, scored 382 points, gave up 242. And let's see, beat Rice, pounded FCS Southwest, lost to Mizzou, beat Eastern Michigan and Marshall, beat James Madison, lost to Southern Miss, lost to Troy, high scoring game there, pounded South Alabama, beat Texas State, lost to Arkansas State, who we beat in our very first game on that last second touchdown and extra point. And then they beat Louisiana Monroe pretty handily. So that's where they are as far as their schedule. Let's take a look at their roster real quick. Quarterback side, Walker Howard, 79 speed, 91 throw power, really good short and medium accuracy. Running back, Bill Davis, 85 speed. Zylan Perry with 87, Antonio Rockwell 88, Kendra Williams 89. Wide receivers, got a couple guys with 90 speed. It's going to test our defense for sure. Tight end, got a ton of tight ends and none of them are very fast. Got a 77 left tackle, 81 left guard, 77 center, 86 right guard, 73 right tackle. Got an 83 left edge with 81 speed, 78 right edge with no speed. These will be running to our left a lot. D tackle, they only have 3. Nothing too spectacular. 78 speed, 80 overall Sam. Got an 82 Mike here, 82 speed Mike, 85 speed Will. No corners with 90 speed. That's good. It's their man. Their top 2 guys do not cover man very well. Free safety, 86 speed. He's got better man coverage than some of their corners. Great zone. So deep zones are going to be covered pretty good. Strong safety, 86 speed. It's their zone, 72. Kicker, 81 kick power, so we don't have to worry about long field goals out of those guys. And 84, their punter is actually better than their kicker. Awesome. All right, that's a look at them. And let's hop into this game. I'm waiting for a staff move here. Our offensive coordinator accidentally fired, and we trying to hire a new one, so we got to get through this week and see if we get him signed. And that may affect where I put my coaching points and what tree I go into next. But let's get in here and get this game played so we can get on to the rest of our recruiting and get our first class on campus. And we have our very first bowl game in the Dynasty here at the New Orleans Bowl against the Ragin Cajuns. And everybody's excited to get out there on the field, and I'm excited to get there and get this game started. As I said before many times, everybody's familiar with Ragin Cajuns on this channel, so hopefully we can get this victory. We need 4 bowl wins to upgrade our coach in one of the categories, so I might as well get the first one out of the way. Be nice to cap off this first season with 9 wins as well, as both teams are 8-4. Both were 5-3 in their conference. And here we are at the Caesars Superdome. And we are going to receive first, so kickoff coming here right down the middle. Buford going to take it at the 1, working up the middle, tries to veer outside, bounces off one of his own blockers and gets dropped at the 20, and that's where we're going to start our first drive. As you can see, these two teams are fairly even across the board. Every stat category, wins and losses. There we are. We got Strickland in it, running back to start the game here. Olsen's going to hand off, and he's going to try and find a hole. He gets spun around, and he's going to drop with a 2-yard loss. I'll bring up 2nd and 12. Spread formation now, 2 on each side. Again, handoff to Strickland, and he had a hole, gets grabbed and spun down. Picks up 1. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 11 as Keontae Tyson checks in. Olsen drops, looks, got a man up the seam. And it's batted down. Great defensive play. He was open right away. Now we're going to have our first punt as we go 3 and out. Matthew York with a booming kick down the middle of the field. And caught and dragged down right there at the 30. That was a 52-yard punt. See the impact players, Tyson, Freeman, Harrington, and Lawson. Not very familiar with the Ragin Cajuns, so we'll have to learn this team together. Quarterback is Walker Howard. Tight end goes in motion. Here's a handoff, Bill Davis, and he's going to get dropped. No gain on the play. So I'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. From their own 31. And hand off to Davis again, and he gets dropped in the backfield. This time a loss of 2 on the play. Alexander Valentine with the TFL. Both teams struggling on offense in their first drives. 3rd and 12. Howard looking. Had a man over the middle. Throws late. And the second guy gets drugged down. He's going to be a yard short. 11-yard pass to Shelton Sampson, and now they're going to have to punt the ball back to us. Here's Buford at the 15. Goes to the sideline. Gets a little bit of room there. 8-yard return. And we're going to skip ahead here. Both teams struggle. We have 5 straight 3 and outs. So we're going to start on the 35-yard line with the Ragin Cajuns having the ball. Here's Davis trying to get the outside and only picks up 1. Tough sledding early on. Their running attack has not been effective. Closing in on 4 minutes left in the quarter. Here's Davis trying to get off tackle, and Terrell drags him down again for only a 1-yard gain. That'll bring up 3rd down and 8. They go tight formation here. Howard drops, looks, throws, and he's got a man open at the 35. Down the sideline and dragged down inside the 15-yard line. Huge 48-yard wheel route to Caden Jensen, their tight end, gives them a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff to Davis, and he's going to get grabbed and dropped in the backfield. Chase Freeman gets in there. Be a 2nd down and 12. New running back in, Zylan Perry, and he's going to get tackled in the backfield for another loss, 3 this time. They'll bring up a 3rd down and 15 from the 19. So 1 big play so far in this entire game. Everything else has been a loss or nothing much. Howard, plenty of time in the pocket, throws it out and knocked down on the play. Defender knocked the ball loose. Now they're going to have to settle for a field goal. 36-yard attempt here. Tony Sterner with the kick, and it is through. So Louisiana gets on the board first, helped by that 48-yard wheel route to the tight end. They're up 3-0 now. And we're going to take over after the kickoff on the 22. Olsen drops, looks, leaking out of the backfield is Tyson, and he's going to pick up 7 on the play. Need Tyson to be way more active. Here's a handoff. He bounces off a blocker, has a hole into the secondary, and dragged down on the other side of the 50-yard line. 24-yard gain by Keontae Tyson. 1st and 10 now on their 47. 30 seconds roughly left in the quarter. There's an out route caught, and Williamson's going to move the chains again. 10-yard pass. That's going to be the end of the first quarter as time runs out. Low-scoring game here. A lot of defensive dominance. Offense have been struggling for the most part. Saw that wheel route. Saw that 24-yard run by Tyson. That's been the extent of the offense for both teams. We have a 1st and 10, though, at their 37. Olsen drops, looks, got a crosser. Caught Williamson again. 8 yards this time. Bring up a 2nd and 2 at the 29. Got 2 backs in now. Tyson goes in motion, and here's a handoff to Strickland, and he's going to get just enough, a little bit more. 4-yard gain, moves the chains again. 1st and 10 at the 25. We go with the tight formation. Olsen drops, looks, out route, caught Page, and knocked out of bounds after an 8-yard gain. Scooter Page, first catch of the day. 2nd and 2. Handoff Tyson, and gets tackled for a loss of 1. They were in the backfield pretty quick there. Now we have a 3rd down and 3 as we spread them out. Handoff to Tyson again, trying to force his way through, and he's not going to get there. He only gains 1 on the play. That'll bring up a 4th and 2, and we're going to go for it. And now we're going to get a penalty. Trying to get the audibles changed around, and Tyson has a false start. Would have been a delay of game either way. So now we got to kick a field goal instead of going for it. You know my struggles with kicking in this game, and we actually make this one. 39 yards, Ian Wells. And this game is now tied here in the 2nd quarter. Both teams finding it very difficult to get into the end zone. There was a touchback in the kickoff, so Louisiana's going to start on their own 25. In the pistol, hand off to Davis, up the middle, and the hole closed quickly. Picks up 4 on the play, though. Bring up 2nd down and 6. Howard takes a snap, hands off, and Jarian Love blew that play up. Big TFL, he loses 3 on the play. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 9. Again, we have just shut down their running game. Howard drops, looks, throws, curl route, caught, and that's a 1st down for the Ragin Cajuns. 11 yards to Sampson. 7.5 left in the half. Here's the handoff to Davis, and Freeman's got him for a loss of 2. Again, tough sledding on the ground, especially by Louisiana. 2nd and 12. There's another handoff up the middle, and the hole closed quick. Still picks up 4. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 8. Got to get him off the field here. Howard drops, looks, throws, got a man on the backside, and that's a 1st down on the slant. Sampson, 13 yards. Gets him out to the 48-yard line on our side of the midfield. Here's the handoff to Davis, trying to go wide, and he gets swallowed up and dropped again by Freeman. It's going to be a 1-yard loss. So many TFLs in this game on both sides. 2nd and 11. And here's a quick RPO pass, and that's going to be a loss of 2 on the play. Back to a 3rd and 13. We got to get these guys off the field. Dropping Howard, looking. Great pocket. Deep shot down the sideline. And it is knocked down Freeman. The mic was all the way down there, and he broke up the play, and they're going to have to punt now. Closing in on 4.5 minutes left. Here's an angled kick, and that's going to go out of bounds on the 32. It's only a 19-yard punt. Bad punt there by Torney. Under 4.5 now. Olsen drops, looks, out route. Gunderson's got it, and he gets dragged down, but he gains 7 on the play. Bring up 2nd down and 3. Got trips left. Gunderson right. Olsen looks, man over the middle, drag route to Foreman. 14 yards on that play, another 1st down. And here's the handoff. Oh, and Tyson gets swallowed up in the backfield. Insta block shed there by Lawson. He's going to lose 4 on the play. Bring it 2nd down and 14. Olsen drops. Here comes pressure. And it's going to be an incomplete pass as he just got rid of it. Otherwise, it was going to be a sack. Lawson's been very disruptive so far in this drive. Now bring up a 3rd down and 14. Dropping, looking, throw. Page down the sidelines. Got it and knocked out of bounds. Down at the 30. 27-yard out route. We haven't taken too many shots down the field, but we got that one. So now we're in Louisiana territory. 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Tyson, and he cuts back and runs into a tackler for no gain. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. It's Memphis Tech trying to get one more score before the half. Get trips to the short side this time. Tyson drops a little screen pass, and Tyson gets dragged down. And no blocking help out there at all. Terrible decision on my part on that play, and they got 3rd and 16 now. Olsen drops, looks over the middle, has got Page again, and he's going to get the 1st down. big crosser there for 20 yards. 1:15 left in the half. 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Tyson, trying to go wide. Jumps over a defender. And going to call a timeout there. That's going to be Louisiana. 7-yard gain. We're going to mark it 6 yards, so 2nd down and 4. Here's a handoff to Tyson up the middle and gets the first down, but can't get in the end zone. As Louisiana burns their 2nd timeout. They want some time left on the clock here. 1st and goal. 1:07 left. Olsen barking out changes, drops, looks, throws, over the middle, caught, and that's a touchdown. 1-yard slant to Page, had to change his route there. We're going to call a run play, but switched it up and get the first touchdown of the game as Scooter Page got inside leverage. Defender couldn't get there or break it up as he holds on through contact. There we go. Now we're up 10-3. They had a terrible kick return, so they're going to start on the 12-yard line, 1:01 left. Here's the handoff, and it's going to be another TFL. This time Joshua Townsend. Big stop for -3 on the play. They're going to call their 3rd and final timeout. 2nd and 13. They haven't given up on scoring here, but they don't have any timeouts left. Here's Davis. Bounces off one guy, and he's going to get swallowed up and dropped again. And now we're going to call a timeout. We have a long 3rd and 12. We want to get this ball back and get a stop. We'll have some time. Plus, we have 2 timeouts left. See if we can tack on at least a field goal. Howard drops, looks. Great pocket, throws a deep shot down the left sideline, and it's batted down. Great defensive play there. They're going to have to punt. We're going to send the house. It's a booming kick by Torney, and Buford's going to call a fair catch on our own 48-yard line, so we only need about 15 yards to get in field goal range. 36 seconds left, 2 timeouts. Olsen drifting to his right, throws over the middle, caught Wilkerson on a slant, and he's going to race to the sideline and get out of bounds and save a timeout. 31 seconds left, 1st and 10 on the 39. Olsen drops, looks, throws, and Williamson drops it. Had the out route, but he was going to get tackled inbounds anyway, so it's probably good that he dropped the ball. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. And in motion, it's Page. Olsen drops, looks. He's got the drag again to Williamson. He's going to pick up 6 on the play, and we have to burn our 2nd timeout with 21 seconds left. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 4. Again, need about 10-15 yards to be in field goal range. Olsen drops, looks, got the angle route, peeks on the slant. Give me a 10-yard gain, get us a 1st down, and we're going to call our final timeout now with 11 seconds left, and we're just going to try the field goal. We're not going to mess around trying to get an extra play in here. And the kick by Wells is inside the upright. There we go. Gives us a 13-3 lead. Great defensive stop. Nice drive down the field, and that's going to take us to halftime as we're up 10. Scoring was really hard to come by, especially in the first quarter. A little more in the second quarter. You can see the difference. We're passing a lot better than them. Both teams having trouble running the ball. Time of possession pretty even, though. These 2 teams are pretty even, so be interesting to see how this plays out in the second half. You can see a replay there of the touchdown pass to Scooter Page. The only touchdown of the first half. There's a big 1st down that they got earlier. Let's take a look at the stats real quick. You can see we have 10 first downs to their 3. We have 149 yards of offense to their 80. Again, 27 rushing for us, -2 for them. 122 to 82 on the passing yards. Both teams struggling on 3rd down. No turnovers, 1 penalty, and again, time of possession is equal. So, difference in this game was that last 2 drives before half for Memphis Tech, and we kick off to start the second half. They got a touchback, so they're going to start on their own 25-yard line. Howard swing pass out of the backfield, Davis, and open field tackle there saves a big play, but it's going to be 2nd down and 5. Howard working out some changes. Here goes the running back in motion. Drops, looks over the middle, caught, and that's Jensen, the tight end. He's going to move the chains, get him a first down. Out to the 37. Howard takes a snap. Here comes the pressure. Steps up, throws over the middle, and that's batted down, incomplete. Threw into a tight coverage there. He's second down and 10. Howard drops, looks, leaking out of the backfield's a running back. He hits him at the 50 on our side of midfield, but there's a flag and a play, and it looks like it's going to be on Louisiana. Great play by Perry to leak out of the backfield, but that's holding. It's going to push him back and make it second down and 20. Very fortunate there. They go empty backfield now. Howard drops, four-man rush, throws, deep shot down the sideline, and that's broken up. Great defensive play. Now bring up a 3rd and 20. Howard takes a snap, looks, got a crosser, ignores him. Plenty of time in the pocket, throws to another one. It bounces off his shoulder. He hit him in the back. He had two guys open, and he picked the wrong one, and they're going to have to punt. See if we can get good field position here. High booming kick. Buford's going to take it. Looks to get to the outside, gets a block, cuts it up, back outside, spun around and dropped right at our 47-yard line. So that was a good return. 15 yards, gets us out towards midfield. There's a hand off to Tyson trying to get outside, and he doesn't get there. So he gets dragged down. 2-yard loss. I'll bring up a 2nd and 12 as we go trips to the short side. Olsen drops. He's got the man over the middle. Caught Williamson. 6-yard gain. Cut that yardage in half. More manageable 3rd down here. 3rd and 6. Tyson goes in motion. Olsen drops, looks, throws, caught, and just short of the first down. 5-yard pass to Foreman, and we're going to go for it. There's a handoff to Tyson, cuts it back, got a hole, and he gets the first down. He's going to pick up 5 on the play. 1st and 10 from the 39 again. Handoff to Tyson's got a hole into the secondary, bounces forward all the way down to the 25-yard line, 14-yard gain. He's going to get a rest as Teague comes in with Strickland. 2 backs in the backfield. Olsen drops, looks, throws, crosser Williamson. He picks up 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8. Tyson back in the game. Olsen drops. Here comes pressure, and he throws and he airmails. Page was open. He might have gone to the end zone if he catches that. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 8. Trips to the right. Empty backfield. Olsen drops, looks, throws, and he airmails Tyson there. Not sure what his problem is with his accuracy, and we're going to have to settle for another field goal try. And the kick is blocked, and it's scooped, and Louisiana might have a blocked kick return for a touchdown, and they definitely will. 71 yards on that return. Terrence Williams, the linebacker, with the scoop and score. I hate that you have perfect meter there and they still get in and get the block. It's just out of your control. But Louisiana gets their first touchdown of the game. Again, Terrence Williams. We had nobody on the field that could remotely catch him. And now after the kickoff, we're going to start on our 22-yard line here, up 3. There goes Tyson to the outside. Great block. Gets to the edge. 40, 45, and dragged down just shy of the 50. 26-yard gain by Tyson. 1st and 10 now. Olsen drops. There's pressure, and it's going to be another incomplete pass as he gets rid of it the very last second. We'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. Man, that not getting the field goal and ending up with a touchdown. That's a minus 10-yard switch there. And there's Tyson on the screen. Big yardage. 14 yards on the play. It has a 10-point swing is what I'm trying to say, if I can say it correctly. Here's the handoff to Strickland. Got a hole up the middle. And it gets brought down at the 19-yard line. 19-yard run there by Strickland. Giving Tyson a breather. Be 1st and 10. Olsen drops, looks, throws. It's got Page, and it's going to walk into the end zone with a touchdown as we respond to their blocked field goal touchdown with a quick score of our own. Get this back to a 2-score game. See, that was a 10-point swing on that blocked field goal. We get 7 of them back. Scooter Page on the drag just runs away. It looks like 3 guys there ran into each other, so we had a little help there as he runs into the end zone. Nice view of a post there. And now after the kickoff touchback, Louisiana starts a little RPO pass. A quick 4-yard pass to Charles Robertson, the 3rd wide receiver. Howard, man in motion, taking his time, play clock down to 5. And here's a fake handoff, play action, and he's going to go down. Sack on the play. Jarian Love was not fooled by that play action at all. Just kind of pushed the offensive line back into the pocket. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 11. Jarian giving us that big inside pressure all season long. Double-digit sacks on the season. Again, like I said, 3rd and 11. Down to under 3.5 minutes left in the quarter. Howard drops, looks, throws, and it's caught. And that's going to be a 1st down. En route to Williams. 14 yards, Robert Williams. So we don't get him off the field. Here's a handoff. Davis bounces through a little hole there, and he's going to fall forward and pick up 8. One of their best runs of the day so far. He's 2nd down and 2. Howard, handoff, and Davis is met in the backfield and dropped again for another TFL. It's been pretty much the story of their run game all game long. 3rd down and 4. Howard looks, throws, down the middle, he's got a man, and he's not going to be caught. Robert Williams, 56 yards, beats his defender to the spot, had no safety help, and he was gone. As we brought pressure, went man coverage, and they made us pay for the first time all game. We had a bunch of guys open, and we just didn't have the speed, and there was nobody there to help out. So we take a chance bringing pressure, and they burn us. And now it's back down to a 3-point game. 1:33 left in the 3rd quarter. We start on our own 29-yard line after the kickoff. Olsen drops, looks, throws, shot down the seam, caught by Gunderson. Wow. Can't believe that defender didn't get his hand on the ball. That's a 23-yard seam shot. We get on their side of midfield. Here's Olsen dropping. Screen pass to Tyson. Cuts it back inside. Back outside. Spins off a tackle attempt. And he's going to pick up 8 yards. That was a lot of work for 8 yards. I'll bring up a 2nd and 2. And off to Tyson's got a hole. And gets dragged down just short. It's going to be 3rd and inches. And that's going to be the end. Nope, get a play off. Quick throw and incomplete pass to Gunderson. That's going to be 4th down. She probably should have waited for the quarter to end instead of trying to force that play. You can see our stats through 3 quarters. A little bit of edge there on time of possession. Definite edge in rushing yards. They just can't get anything going on the ground. Credit our defense. And we're going to go for it. It's too far away to kick field goal and don't want to punt. So 4th and inches. Teague's going to check in the big back. He tries to get... He didn't bounce outside. He had a big hole there. He stuck to the middle and he gets dropped. And no gain. And we're going to turn the ball over on downs. If he bounces that outside, that's a 1st down. Here's Howard looking, throwing down the middle and incomplete. Great breakup on the play there. Bring up 2nd down and 10. Jensen couldn't hang on through contact. Here's Howard dropping, pressure coming, throws, and he catches this time. Jensen, a little out route there, picks up 7, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 3. And in motion, here's the fake. Howard running up the middle, gets the 1st down. First time they've run the read option all day. Picks up 5. Now they're on our 49. Howard drops, here comes the pressure, throws, caught again. Jensen dragged out of bounds, 4-yard gain. Bring up a 2nd down and 6. Bringing a lot of pressure today. See a defensive audible there. And here's a little quick pass to the outside. And what's going on here? Oh, they're going to review it. Looks like his foot was on the line when he caught it. Initial rule was a catch for 4-yard gain, and he's clearly out of bounds. This is an official review, not me. I didn't challenge it. And you can see right here, his foot is clearly on the line. And that play is overturned, so it's back to a 3rd and 6. There's a handoff. Davis trying to find a hole, and late tackle there saves the day. It's going to bring up a 4th down and 2. They're going to go for it. 9:38 left, only down 3. Howard drops, looks, throws, caught, and there he goes. My goodness, little slant there, and 2 guys in the area. Neither one could put a hand on him. That's going to be a 41-yard touchdown pass to Shelton Sampson as Louisiana takes the lead for the first time since they were up 3-0 in the first quarter. Look at this. Slant, he runs between 2 defenders and nobody lays a hand on him. In fact, the safety just stops running. That's a good way to get benched. We're going to start our own 23 after the kickoff. Here's a handoff to Tyson. Tries to push through the middle. Only picks up 1 on the play. Bring up a 2nd down and 9. Under 9 minutes left. Man goes in motion. Play action. Olsen drops, looks, got a crosser over the middle. Robertson breaks 1 tackle. Gunderson breaks 1 tackle and he gets dropped. Picks up 7 on the play. He's 3rd down and 2. 2 backs. Tyson and Strickland back in the game. Play clock down to 4. Swing pass. Strickland's got it. Got the first down. 40, 45, and out of bounds at the 46. Hit them where they weren't. Move those chains now. And off to Tyson. Runs away from 1 defender and gets the first down as the defender who tackled him kind of flung him forward. He picks up 11 yards on the play. 1st and 10. See if we can get those points back. Another swing pass to Strickland in the flat area open, and it's going to be a first down to the 23-yard line. He dances on the sideline. 20-yard flat pass. And a handoff to Tyson. Tries to cut back. He's going to pick up 1 on the play. 2nd and 9, closing on 6 minutes left in this game. Need to get some points of any kind. Olsen drops, looks over the middle, caught Page, and he's going to push forward and get the first down, but there's a flag on the play. It looks like it's going to be on us. Yep, holding call. Left tackle, Kalen Franklin. That's going to march us back, bring up a 2nd down and 19. Strickland and Tyson both in the backfield. Fake handoff, throws to Strickland out of the backfield. Then 3rd one of those on this drive. It's going to pick up 8 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 11. Wilson drops, pushes right. Here comes pressure, and he has to get rid of it. An incomplete pass saved the sack. Now we're going to have to try another field goal. 41-yard attempt here by Ian Wells. And the kick is up and good this time as the edge for Louisiana almost got in there and blocked it again. But Wells makes the field goal, makes it a 24-23 game. It's his 3rd field goal, successful field goal of the day. They take over on their 13, 1st down. Here's a shot down the right sideline, and it's going to be batted down by Octavius Terrell, linebacker, out in coverage. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10. 5:11 left here in the game, 1-point game. There's a little pass to the flat, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds, but not until he gets a first down. 11-yard RPO pass to Sampson. 1st and 10 now at their own 24. Tight formation. Handoff, nope, fake, and nobody was fooled, and down goes Howard. He loses 2 on the read option. That'll bring up a 2nd and 12 as they go back to that same tight formation. Here's the handoff. Davis tries to juke through and finds a little bitty room there. Picks up 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 9. Need to stop here, guys. Closing in on under 3.5 minutes left. Howard drops. Here comes pressure. Throws it up by the numbers, and it's incomplete. Shelton Sampson got hit in the back, drops the ball. Pressure got there late, and they're going to have to punt. 20 with a kick. 35-yard line, Buford finds a hole, gets to the edge. 40, 35, 30 down the sideline, and pushed out of bounds at their 18-yard line, 19-yard line. Big return there, 41-yard punt, 47-yard return. Here's a handoff to Tyson, got a hole at the middle, pushes forward and gets the first down. And that's going to be a 1st and goal. You might be scoring too quickly here, guys. It's 11-yard gain. Tyson goes in motion. Handoff to Strickland up the middle, and he pushes his way in for the touchdown. As it doesn't take long, 2 plays after the punt, and we are in the end zone. Got a 5-point lead. Spencer Strickland been used out of the backfield to catch passes most of the day, but big run up the middle there, and we're going to go for 2 to try and make this a 7-point game. Wilson drops, looks over the middle, caught Page on the slant. We do get the 2-pointer, so now it's 31-24. Touchback on the kickoff's going to have them start at their own 25, 2:29 left. Howard looking down the middle, and he airmails his receiver. That was Jensen, the tight end. Now bring up a 2nd down and 10. Go back to that tight formation. Howard drops, looks, plenty of time over the middle, caught, and that's going to be a 1st down. Williams, 13-yard gain there. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. All right, at the 2-minute warning, they're on their own 38-yard line. Robertson drops, looks, got a man over the middle, caught, and down he goes. That's Robertson. Looked like he had a lot of room to go there, but gets the 1st down. They're going to call a timeout. That's their first one. Now Howard again. Here's a shot down the sideline, and did he hang on? Yes, he did. What a catch. Robertson again, back-to-back plays, gets 25 yards on that one. Gets them a 1st and 10 on the 24, and he got out of bounds. Howard drops, looks, throws over the middle, caught Jensen, and gets dragged down inside the 10, 1st and goal. And they're going to burn their 2nd timeout, 18-yard gain. 1st and goal at the 6. Howard taking his time, snap, look, throw over the middle, and incomplete. Drops the ball on contact. I hate that animation. It'll be a 2nd and goal now as they go I formation for the first time all day. Here's the pitch, trying to get to the outside, and he's not going to get there. It'll be a loss on the play. Bring up 3rd and goal from the 7. 53 seconds and counting. Down to 50. Need to stop here. Drop, look, over the middle. And it's going to be a touchdown to Jensen, the tight end. Lost his coverage. He was so wide open. And they're an extra point away from tying this game with 43 seconds left. Not sure what happened on the coverage there, but we had a breakdown. And he was wide open. Ran away from a DB. You don't see tight ends do that too much. So all important to extra point here to tie this game. 43 seconds left. And the kick is good. So tie game. 40 seconds left now after the kickoff. Starting on our own 22. Here's Olsen, drops, got a man over the middle, caught Gunderson all the way out to the 40-yard line. We're going to call a timeout, our first one. 18-yard crosser there, and nobody in the middle of the field. 35 seconds left now. Olsen drops, rolling, looking, throwing, and dropped. Page, good thing he dropped it. But he had to burn another timeout. Now bring up 2nd down and 10. Olsen drops, looks, throws out the flat. Tyson avoids one defender, gets the 1st down, and dragged down there as we call timeout number 2. 12-yard swing pass. Gets us in their territory now. 24 seconds left, 1 timeout left. Olsen drops, drifting right, looking, throwing, down the seam, and incomplete. Overthrew him. Tried to take a deep shot. Now bring up 2nd down and 10. Olsen drops, looks, throws over the middle, caught Gunderson in a crowd, and he gets dropped down at their 31-yard line with 13 seconds left. Dangerous throw. And we let this clock run down to 5 seconds and call a timeout. Going to try and hit this game-winning field goal. And look at that meter. And they're going to call a timeout and try and ice us. Man, this is going to be a tough one. And the kick. Slow motion, and looks like it's right down the middle as a distance. Yes, and we get the win. Ian Wells with a clutch 48-yard field goal as the Memphis Tech Pharaohs take a 34-31 31 lead with 2 seconds left. And now we're going to sky kick this. I don't put this in the end zone and have them get a touchback. I'm going to make them burn off these 2 seconds as we pop this up into the middle of the field. Just got to cover and tackle this guy out to the 20, 25, 30, and finally dragged down. And there we go. The Memphis Tech Pharaohs hang on. Exciting win as we had that big drive at the very end to get the game-winning field goal. A lot of clutch plays, passes to Strickland and Gunderson. And our defense totally shut down their run game and made them one-dimensional. But they did burn us. We knew they were going to have to pass. We had to play a lot of man-to-man because I was bringing blitzes, I'm sorry. Go to the stats here, game stats. 25 first downs to 14, 417 to 315 on yardage. Total plays, we ran the ball. We had 122 yards, so there's 7 on the ground. That was a big difference. 295 to 308, pretty even there. We were only 4 out of 12 on third down. They were 7 out of 15. No interceptions. 3 penalties on the game. And time of possession was pretty even. Let's look at the player stats. Olsen, 28 of 40, 295, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Tyson, 18 carries for 102. Strickland, the only rushing touchdown of the game. Receiving side, Williamson, 6 for 41. Tyson, 5 for 34. Gunderson, 5 for 73. Page, 5 for 75 and 2 touchdowns. No sacks allowed. Defensively, 10 tackles for Alexander Valentine, our senior strong safety. 4 TFLs by Freeman. 2 sacks. Love and Freeman with sacks. No picks on the play. And there we go. That was a big bowl victory for Memphis Tech. And after the game, Tyler Olsen set the single season passing touchdowns mark for Memphis Tech. And Scooter Page, single season receiving touchdowns record for Memphis Tech. There we go. A couple of individual records there. And there we go. Trophy room, New Orleans Bowl winner. Got that. Man, what a big win that was. Almost gave it away at the end there, but had just enough time and enough timeouts. And we finally hit the meter properly on the kicking side to make that clutch field goal. And let's advance this week and see what we get. Jaden Bowie, Conference USA Defensive Player of the Week with 2 tackles and 4 deflections. Tony Sanchez became our new offensive coordinator. That's good. Now I got to check out his skills so I know which one to put my head coach into. And we have some head coach offers. Miami of Ohio, no thank you. Ragin Cajuns, we just beat them and they want me to take over as their head coach. Yeah, I don't think so. Vanderbilt, not ready to leave just yet. And same thing with Virginia. And let's take a look at this college football playoff bracket. We're in the championship game, and it's Penn State against Georgia. Texas beat Boise. South Carolina beat Auburn. Utah beat USC. Oregon beat Miami. Oregon knocked off Indiana. Penn State knocked off Utah. Georgia beat South Carolina. Texas knocked off Clemson. And then Georgia beat Texas. Penn State beat Oregon. So there we go. Penn State, Georgia. And there we go. Penn State, Georgia in the national championship. And Penn State beat Georgia 31-27 in the national championship. There you go, Specta. James Franklin gets his natty. All right, now we can look at our new offensive coordinator's tactician skills. He's got level 3 on quarterback, level 3 on wide receiver, tight end, and level 4 on DBs. That means I'm going to go into tactician and boost our defense and our offensive line and our running back. So we're going in to the tactician tree. I want to get a ratings increase, not so much the off-season training stuff, as I want to get the in-game boosts so that we can play better with the players that we have regardless. All right, so let's unlock Tactician for 20. And I know we need offensive line. Find 3 of those. Linebacker, 3 of those. Defensive line, 3 of those. And running back, 3 of those. So that gives us level 3 for everybody on our team in Tactician. So we're going to get a boost to all of our ratings between our offensive coordinator and myself. Our offense is going to be boosted way up, and we're going to have to work on getting better defensive players in here, but we're going to be cooking on offense and have to recruit better players on defense. All right, now we're to players leaving. Let's check this out. Keontae Tyson wants to leave. Very low, huh? Let's try. And not persuaded. We're going to lose our number 1 running back because of brand exposure. So he wants to go to a bigger school. I don't blame him. Had a great year for us. Let's see if we can keep one of our backup running backs. And he's leaving. So we're going to need some running backs in the portal. Have a red-shirted quarterback here, dual threat. And he's going to stay. All right. Taj Coles, a Sam. And he's leaving. It's all right. We're replacing him. And Nico Solomon wants to go pro. Or no, it's pro potential. I'm sorry. He's only 72 overall. He's not going pro. And he's going as well. So we lose a guy on defense. We lose our big back, and we lose our main running back. So we got to do some work in the portal to get a running back for next season. All right, that's going to wrap it up with this episode. We'll do the transfer portal, off-season recruiting, and all of that good stuff in our full off-season episode. We'll go in here and upgrade our players as well and do all that fun stuff. So thank you guys for supporting me in this first season with Memphis Tech. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you liked, didn't like, so I can do better, make things you guys will really love to come and watch. If you like the content, please like, subscribe, comment, share it out, hit the notification bell so you know when the next episode goes live. And I will see you soon with the entire off-season episode for Memphis Tech Pharaohs. You have a good day. I'll see you guys later.